Hello everyone, welcome back to RHS Week 2 Season 2. Tonight we have ArchAngel Esports on blue side versus Leaf Village on red side.
This is some exciting League of Legends we got here, Trakes.
Of course.
So these two teams are ranked 6th and 8th right now, but I think that they're better than their rankings would suggest.
They are. They had a couple of scuffed moments in the beginnings and ends of the first games that they had, especially Leaf Village, you know, the couple of flashes.
Oh yeah, Psyduck's flash int.
Definitely a play for the ages.
I forgot about that. Man, I can't believe Psyduck lost his entire team the game. And he has the balls to just fucking come back and play again. This
Who
guy,
does he think he is?
this
himself.
fucking guy. So it looks like a wild boy. Nikolai in the chat saying the team that picked him up lost. Yes, the team that you were picked up by is actually the 10th place team out of 10. Oh, we got pick and ban starting here, Trags. We can't talk about this.
I know.
We're already in it.
What
dude.
are we doing? Do all the teams have all their bans for this game?
No.
No?
So ArchAngel has no bans this game. And also, we will see no Viragos later tonight as he was actually cut from his team after last week's 1-7 performance. I'm gonna assume cut. So Spez made a comment after the game last week actually saying we'd never see that support again, which we're not. And apparently we're never gonna see that jungle again either. So instead we're seeing Chada going to jungle. So this will be interesting.
Very unfortunate series of events there. You hate to see it. But you know, only the best survive in the Royal Hextech series, and always keep on changing the rosters.
And Inters get subbed right out, like the Nikolai getting picked up because he's one of the better ADCs, and Biostar still not able to find a team because he is not as good as Nikolai. So it's all interesting to see. We're seeing a Fizz ban for Pac-Man X, who plays a lot of Fizz, and a Thresh ban for Backwood Bill.
Backwood Bill is a sub for this one, so I'm excited to see how this one goes.
And this is Pac-Man's first match. He's been here since week 1, but he didn't play. He was the top-ranked mid coming in, as he is the highest-ranked mid lane player. So it'll be interesting to see him play good here.
Things. Will he hold up to the pressure?
Big things from the used to be number 1 ranked ArchAngel.
Yes, ArchAngel had a bit of a rough start last week, but you know, it's a new week, new team. Always time
really is a new team
to redeem themselves.
But yeah, interestingly enough with Bio, he might not be picked up because other teams might remember last year's performance against Decomposition. Decomposition was the best mid lane in the league in season 1 of RHS, and he bodied Mr. Biostar in lane bad that his team dissolved.
Luckily though, there is no decomp this season.
Yeah, there's no decomposition, so Bio should be a lot better to play, but we'll see. So we're seeing a Xin Zhao first pick from Chada right away. Chada not a jungle main. So we'll see how this works out.
Not a jungle main, but the junglers this season have been a bit rocky, so the opportunity is there for him to be one of the better junglers in the series right now. First game aboard, gotta make an impact.
Bio, if you'd like to know if you're allowed, just speak with the Commissioner Casual Scab, and he can hopefully get you in. I unfortunately have no control of that. I'm just a caster. But thank you.
Yeah, definitely not an admin, right?
Blue side does not have bans because they have a last-minute sub, actually. So many of you may not know this because apparently nobody reads the rulebook here. Teams have to lock in their 10-man roster, up to 10 people, between 5 and 10, by Wednesdays at midnight. So ArchAngel locked in a 5-man roster, and Backwood Bill was not included on that roster or signed, it seems like.
Very unfortunate situation, but the RHS has been coming down brutally for the teams this season with that rule.
Also, we are not seeing ArchAngel in their team VC. That is very interesting.
We'll get there before the game begins.
Yeah.
And now a quick reminder. We're seeing quite a bit of engage coming out from ArchAngel here. The Xin Zhao, as well as the Ornn ult for a good amount of engage.
We're seeing Rammus from French Connection. That's interesting because I think that French plays a lot of Echo, and Echo's really strong right now. And Rammus really needs to go an all 80 team, but I think he's picking it just because it's good into the Xin pick, but I don't know overall. So we're going to see Darku hover Irelia. I'd like to, and he locked it in. Okay, so Darku plays a lot of Irelia and Wukong. I would have liked to see a Wukong here. So I'm already not liking the draft on the side of Leaf Village. Varus into Caitlyn is what it is. I think we saw Varus into Ornn earlier this week, and I didn't think Kite was very happy with it, but we'll see how it works out this time.
Morgana is still available. Do you think AA is going to go for one of the strongest bot lanes in the game right now? Or do you think they got
they really
planned?
could, and Rammus cannot play into it is the issue.
Good counter pick all around.
If they get Morgana here, I think that Leaf Village just loses the game.
Especially with a non-mobile ADC like Varus, landing skill shots should be easier than most other lanes in the game.
Well, Rammus can't do anything if Morgana spell shields Caitlyn.
Yeah.
So this is, they do not want to let the Morgana through here.
A bit of a poke comp so far from Leaf Village with the Varus. We need to see a little bit more.
I think we saw almost the exact
damage.
same comp. Did we see Irelia into Ornn in that game as well? No, it was Renekton into Ornn. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Interesting. Very similar team comp to Purple.
Oh, there is the Morgana ban though.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, maybe stream sniping. I don't know. I don't like that they stream sniped.
Maybe we're just that good.
So I'd love to see the Shaco here from Pep. I think that Shaco's really good because if Xin goes in, then Shaco can just box and he is stuck inside and feared and dead.
Throwing out a whole bunch of boxes like
Ornn will probably kill the clone, which also applies a lot of CC. So I think it's really good here.
It has the possibility to be. We haven't seen it yet this season, have we?
We have not.
Now is the chance. The original first place support for Leaf Village. Based completely off that Shaco support too.
I would love to see Shaco here. I think it's really blind pickable. I think you can't really play into it. Ooh, what are we gonna see?
We get a Zillion.
Zillion. That must be a mispick. Well, let's look at the chat.
No, I don't believe so.
That's a really bad pick if it is.
I mean, you gotta think about it. If they survive until 6, right? The Caitlyn has enough damage landing a trap to pretty much almost one-shot you. And with the Zelino, you almost have like another chance, a counter to it. You just have to hope that his ultimate is up. But with the Blitzcrank coming into the Zillion, it's going to be a rough lane. Get hooked.
I think ArchAngel hasn't won this draft.
I think they have.
I think ArchAngel has hard won this draft. They have a lot of things, although if it gets late enough, Leaf Village should hard win. I'd love to see a hard scaling mid here from Basic. Yone maybe, or a Yasuo would be really good. You don't want to see Annie. So Yasuo into TF literally can't play that lane, right?
I don't believe so.
Quick question, actually.
2 point and click stuns, but I think Annie just out damages early and late, to be honest.
Can I read the question from Bosch really fast?
Of course.
Bioster saying, quick question. Do you think the new jungler of AA is going to be able to fill the shoes of AA Virago Slayer? It's a pretty big position to fill, and will he be able to provide? I think that it's the big shoes to fill. They're very racist shoes to fill is the other issue. So if Chada can match Virago's racism, then I think that ArchAngel will be okay. Drake's thoughts?
No thoughts, head empty.
Do you think Chada is up to the task of matching that racism?
I just want to see who can out jungle who. That's all I care about.
So you don't think Chada's up to the task of being as racist as Virago?
I hope not.
Okay, well, you know what? I hope he is. I hope to see some slurs this game, and yeah. Anyways, sorry, just kidding, everybody. That's a joke. He's a bit of a gamer. Wow, there's only 9 people watching the stream right now. What the heck's going on, bud? Is everyone just playing Clash?
I guess it's a busy night tonight, you know?
It feels like it's a hangout stream. I guess nobody gives a shit about the 6th and 8th place team playing. Whichever team wins this goes to 6th, the losing team goes to 8th. So really the standings are pretty unaffected by this.
But you know, it does
Apparently,
affect the overall
Backwoods
record.
Bill is having some league problems.
As we get later and later into the season, these records are going to start to matter very much, because 4 teams are going to be knocked out before the playoffs.
Yeah, so I think that ArchAngel should be the top seeded team soon. I think they had a rough week 1, but hopefully they crawl their way back in and we see some good stuff here, right?
Of course. You want to take a look at the power rankings for right now?
I got them. Oh yeah, you want to pull them up on stream?
Of
Beautiful.
course.
That's the kind of production value we
These
offer.
would be the ones for week 2.
Which is the week we're in.
Yes, right now. Based off of last week, we have Raunchy Raiders coming in first, followed by RAR, both doing very dominant performances their first game. Aegis Purple rebranded this week over to Little Bunnies.
Great rebrand. I like it a lot.
Very good. Aegis Orange and Light also holding the 1-0 records for this week, which some of these records have changed. You can check out our VODs here on Twitch or on our YouTube channel at Royal Hex Tech Series. ArchAngel Esports did get off to a rough start with the 0-1 after a very close game, I believe, with who was their original opponent, if you remember?
ArchAngel played against
right?
Raunchy Raiders,
Yes.
and Sped had a very toxic interview afterwards. I did not like it.
Aegis Blue follows up. And then Leaf Village, who also had a very close game with the number 2 seed RAR, going the
So it looks like
distance.
4 members of ArchAngel are in the lobby right now. I'm assuming that's because one of them isn't signed. So we're probably going to see some more punishments going over to ArchAngel staff. If I know Scav, who's a bit of a hard ass, I think we're going to see ArchAngel get pretty punished this week.
I think they've had enough.
We are seeing a lot. I mean, it's
Don't
not.
take
If it
them
was up
while
to
they're
me,
down.
I would just. If it was up to me, I would say that we should just leave them alone and not give punishments. But Scav is a real hard ass in RHS.
Gotta
So,
rule
we'll
with an
see.
iron fist, you know? Keep people in check.
I'm sure that it won't be an issue. Hopefully they figure it out. I don't know. I'm just trying to protect them from Scav. We have a message in the chat saying Joey. Comment on that.
My mind works.
Okay. Anyways, what are you hoping to see here, bud?
I'm hoping to see a non-20 minute game, you know? We had quite a few stomps yesterday. So I want to see another game go the distance. Let's have Leaf Village come out with another 50-minute classic.
Oh God, I don't want that.
I do.
None of these games are interesting enough for that to be fun. Would be the issue. Elite Villages, but I think that AA plays very straightforward League of Legends.
AA does. I don't believe they're too much of risk takers that you need to be to win some of these games.
Wait, you know what? Maybe the viewership is down because Virago isn't playing. Virago's a big draw.
Maybe it's just because you're here.
That could be it too. People, yeah, that could be it as well.
I'm just kidding. We're the best casters we got.
It's interesting. I hate these drafts. Who do you think's gonna win?
Let's take a look back at the draft. Looking back at it,
Nobody gives a shit about the fucking rankings.
we do.
Not really.
Yes, we do.
I don't. I think there. I don't think that there's enough of a sample size to tell you what team is like the. Okay.
For right now,
I think you
of
can
course.
for sure say RAR and Raunchy Raiders are the top 2 teams, but I think the next 8 is a fucking free for all right now. I don't think there's enough sample size. Like, I think there's some teams who are 0-2 who are better
gotta
than
remember,
9th and 10th.
The power rankings are all just predictions early on. Until we get later
really
on into
are.
the season, things could change drastically.
They really are. I think some people like Fakashi should be in the bottom because they're just not good players. But I mean, I think others I think a couple people are being slept on. I think Evo Schneiderman is like one of the best junglers, but he's been slept on. But you know, we'll figure it out eventually, right?
We will.
The admins will take their heads out of their asses. I'm against the admins. Can we rise up and take over RHS?
Yeah, man, I don't know who's writing those lists, you know?
I hate whoever it is.
Those silly admins.
I think it's Crab, to be honest. Can we rise up against Crab? Can we start a new server? A server for the players, by the players? Have a communist revolution in RHS. I'm not even kidding either.
A series of Hextech Royals?
Yes.
I like it.
And every team will run the league on their own. It'll be so great.
Sovereign teams.
So will ArchAngel be the second team to win a game without any bans this week?
It's possible. They might have the early advantage here, but a lot of their damage looks to be coming from the Xin Zhao and Kate. So if Rams can get into that backline and shut them off, I don't think it's possible for them to win team fights, you know?
I think that AA had like a good draft, and I don't know. I wish LV had picked Echo. I wish they had picked Shaco, and I wish they had picked Wukong. I feel like there's a lot of stuff.
Is it a bad draft, or do you just think it could have went better?
It could have went better. I think that the Zillion Annie pick is pretty fucking int. Especially since this guy, Basic plays a lot of Yasuo, right? And I don't think, he can literally stop TF's entire kit, basically, which is his W.
Yes, but then there's a strong lack of AP there, no?
Yeah, but that's where the Velikos comes in, right? Or the Echo Jungle, even. Echo Jungle would have been so great here. Echo Jungle's broken, right? It's S+ tier. I really wish I'd seen Echo.
Sejuani, though.
No, Sejuani's SSS+ tier. That's the
my mistake. My mistake.
Big difference.
I didn't read the patch notes.
Massive difference. Almost as massive a difference as Complex versus 0631 this week. Complex, of course, the former jungler for Aegis Blue, Aegis Purple rather, which is now Little Bunnies, getting absolutely gapped so hard he left the server and quit his team.
Only to be replaced by his opponent.
Who gapped him. I never even thought about that.
Insane turnaround.
Yeah, they instantly took that guy. That guy was a big old gapper. BBC, bring back Complex. Let me get some BBCs in the chat really fast. But yeah, you hate to see it. You love to see it. Who cares? So what do you think is going to happen in top lane? So top lane, of course, we have the good old... Let me pull up my little sheet here. We have Darku, who's the 5th ranked top laner, against Toad, who was doing the lane swap this week and was the 7th ranked support last night. How do you think that was or last week? How do you think that's going to go, bud?
This one is Aurelia's game to lose. And Ornn that's behind is still going to be able to do Ornn things. He's still going to build you the items. He's still going to get off big ults. And Aurelia, who's behind, though, it's going to be a bit tougher. You can have her dashing around all she wants, but is she going to be able to put out the damage? Probably not. Bot lane I'm more interested in here, though. If the Blitzcrank cannot land hooks, it's over for them. Because the Blitzcrank only has one mode to say. There is no playing a defensive Blitzcrank. It all has to be aggressive here.
Well, I'm looking really fast, and I do not understand the Graves ban instead of the Caitlyn ban. So, a couple members... So, it looks like Xin Zhao's is most... Okay, this is interesting. I think Leaf Village into this draft.
It's possible.
Yeah, whenever Chado plays... I'm looking at their OP right now. Whenever Chado plays Xin Zhao, he actually pops the fuck off.
Was the Graves a jungle target ban or a mid ban?
It was jungle. It was not mid. I confirm it was not mid.
But the thing is, if you're gonna ban a Graves, you would also want the Rammus into that.
Did Toad swap again? Yes, Toad did swap again. He apparently got gapped so hard by Anthusai that he is going top lane now. Shada, who also got gapped, was the ADC, is now the jungler. He was the 2nd ranked ADC last week, and now he's jungler.
A very
French
good ADC.
Connection. He was. Now he's a jungler. French Connection, who is the 6th ranked jungler, but was the 1st, is playing against him. So we'll see how he does. Basic, who's the 5th best mid, against Pac-Man, the former rank 1 mid. We'll see how that one goes as well. Psyduck, the 4th ranked AD carry against Muttley, who was the 8th ranked top lane, but is also a Caitlyn one-trick. Looking at their OP, I have no clue why they didn't ban Caitlyn, knowing this guy can only play it. So that'll be interesting to see. There's a lot of stuff going on, though.
A lot of changes coming out. It could work for AA here. Completely possible.
I'm going to predict an AA win here, actually. I think they won draft, and I think that they have a very strong team comp. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like the spectator delay is over, so we're gonna be getting to the game here pretty soon. Did you take a prediction yet, Trakes?
I'm gonna be honest. I think this one's going to Leaf Village. I think if they can get ahead early, it's over.
I don't know. I disagree, but you know what? You know how we'll find out? By watching.
By watching the game.
Oh, anyways. Looks like stats are out. That's pretty nice. I always like seeing the stats. So we're seeing a lot of good KDAs all around.
We are live
Jackie
into the game
Love,
here.
20 KDA. God, that Jackie Love guy is nuts.
Don't worry, we'll see a good 5.1 day.
I think we're seeing one now from ArchAngel.
From
I think we're seeing a
ArchAngel?
good one
Oh.
right now.
Is this the first one of
Irelia
the
is in the
season?
bot lane, and French is AFK, so we're not going to see him from Leaf Village. Yeah, so they pinged a 5-point. This is a perfect 5-point. I personally don't like the jungler being mid. Okay, now I really don't like it. So you're seeing Shada walk over to ward over there. He's going to go back to mid, so that's an okay ward, but it's going to expire fairly early. I don't know what the fuck Darku is doing. Darku's went bot lane and is now making his way up towards top. We're seeing a lot of things
Definitely
from
a
Archangel.
strange.
So a funny thing about
strange
ArchAngel is, I was looking at their OPs. So they play flex queue probably about 10 to 30 games a week. So they're a pretty practiced team. And I know for a fact Leaf Village never fucking practices. You don't need to train me. I'm watching the game.
No, it's
Are you
fine.
doing play-by-play or am I?
I'll
do it.
color. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
No, watch the stream just so there's no time issues here. We had some of those
there are.
yesterday, you know.
Why am I so far behind you?
Exactly, so.
Crazy, dude.
Both junglers are going to be starting the bot side here, so we can expect a nice little top fight in about 2 or 3 minutes. Does Ramus have the early game as our resident jungle main?
No, not at all.
No?
Not even a little bit. Xinjia wins level 1's really hard, and we're already seeing the
There
first
it
one
is.
come out.
You gotta stand behind those minions. Varus is so susceptible to those pulls. He has no mobility.
So Psyduck already getting hooked and dying. It's already a bit of a gap. So I'm gonna guess that the not Caitlyn ban was a bunch of disrespect to the Caitlyn from Psyduck. That feels like a very Psyduck kind of thing to do. He's kind of a toxic guy. He has a big ego. So I'm gonna assume that he didn't ban the Caitlyn, and now he's getting gapped by it already. We're gonna see Darku do a lot of damage top lane though, and Toad's getting poked out. I hate this bot lane comp from Leaf Village. Yeah, Psyduck getting hooked again, and he is just gonna die one more time. Level 32 Psyduck and Peppermint Leaf getting gapped. This is why he has 300 games on the champion, and we're seeing the top side of Leaf Village's map try to keep up, but their bot side is so heavy. Psyduck is inting so hard, cannot dodge a hook. Why would you pick an immobile AC? We are seeing Psyduck.
The flash is still up.
Yeah, no, he's just saving it for the next game. He's already down 1,000 gold. Psyduck is down 1,000 gold pre-4 minutes. Pre-4 minutes.
If there is a chance to go in, it actually is again right now because she hasn't spent the gold yet. In situations like this, you need to look to have the ADC back, reset, and just continue on that lead.
Holy shit, what a gapper. Can I get a gap in the chat? I think Leaf Village needs to find a new AD carry. This is just embarrassing.
A very unfortunate start for Leaf Village.
Back. That's like what a bronze player does against a Blitzcrank. Jesus Christ. Well, at least we know this for the fucking power rankings this week. Lemon Yuki is better than that fucking guy. Holy shit.
Has
if Lemon
the
Yuki's
late game
undersized
too.
this week, I'm reporting crab.
What was that?
If Lemon Yuki is underneath Psyduck this week, I'm reporting crab.
Gotta put the respect on Lemon Yuki's name. But as I was saying, Leaf Village does not have the late game on this team, I believe. The late game also goes to AA, so them losing this early is terrible.
Yeah, no, this is a bit of a gapper already. You were seeing the Rammus, Annie, and Irelia trying to keep the bleeding from stopping, but bot lane is just inting. So much ego coming out from this bot lane, it's insane. They don't ban Caitlyn. If you look at Muttley's profile, he does not play any other ADC. And on Caitlyn, he has over 150 games played on it, just this season. It's obviously his best champion. It's a very blind pickable ADC. It's pretty good right now. And Ego Duck decided, oh, you know what? I can play into that. Now we're seeing Darko get some damage off, but he's going to end up losing the trade in the end. That just big Ornn damage coming through. And we are seeing just a massive bot lane cap here. You hate to see this. He's getting gapped by a Blitzcrank like he's fucking bronze.
This game does have an opportunity to be able to be won late by Leaf Village, assuming that they can just hop right onto the Caitlyn with the Annie stun or get the Rammus right on top of her. But you'd rather not.
I think we're going to be seeing an 0-2 Leaf Village after this. I told you. I fucking told you, dude. You could just tell. You could tell in the draft. There's so much ego. Here's why I knew they lost draft 2. I'm going to do a little bit of insight for everyone. Do you remember Aegis Blue versus Aegis Purple's draft?
Yes.
What did you think of that draft, Trakes?
There were definitely some, how can I put this? Better choices that Purple could have went with.
Okay, so, but everyone, like, is pretty unanimous that Purple kind of hinted, right?
A little bit.
So, I had about a 30-minute conversation with Psyduck about how Purple's draft was way better than Blue's. So this is the kind of the ilk of player we're dealing with. We're going to see Rammus get collapsed on. We have 3 people on this Rammus right now killing him, and TF and... Oh, that's just beautiful. You'd love to see that. That was a beautiful collapse on the Rammus. They spotted him, and they instantly went on him.
Absolutely
that is 5 players know what
to
do.
Go.
AA Virago Slayer would not have done that. I near guarantee it.
We've seen a lot of improvements to rosters over this season from original players getting replaced with their subs. We saw it with Light, we saw it with Purple, and now we see it with AA.
And we're seeing Leaf Village crumble. I don't think Leaf Village makes it to week 3 after this. At least not with that roster intact.
Some changes may need to be made, or just a bit more playing together, you know?
Made? Where specifically would you make changes?
But right now, it's just looking like bot lane is having a lot of issues. But at the same time, some jungle pathing issues.
I think Pep's a great support. That's the thing. I think that he's troll picking by not picking Shaco, his best champion. That's super blind pickle right now, and I think pretty good. And I think Psyduck's just getting gapped. Just a gapper. Just a gapper. You hate to see it. Ego. Ego. Let the ego out, people. If you see a guy who can only play one champ, don't let him have it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Anthusai could tell you. Anthusai could tell you right now. Why in the fuck would you let Caitlyn through? I'm pretty sure Anthusai banned Caitlyn last week.
You're gonna see a gank here into the bot lane. The flash hook.
And Psyduck with flash getting hooked again. Instant res from the Zillion, but we're gonna see a dead Psyduck.
The Zillion right back into the
using
team.
Flash. Psyduck. Int Duck. Crazy. Yeah, Anthusai took it. They went Caitlyn last week. So Anthusai's team, Raunchy Raiders, the #1 team. Well, why doesn't Leaf Village take a page out of their book? They don't have ego. They said, we'll take these champions away and play it. No ego there. And that's why Anthusai is, in my opinion, the best support.
To be fair, they did hear our cries. We were talking about that Caitlyn Morgana combo for this game, too. They blocked that
Don't
one.
let them have the Caitlyn at all. You could just ban the Caitlyn instead. But now we're seeing a absolute gapper with the 2k gold lead, basically. Drake's over. Psyduck can't farm. And that entire gold lead is... And he gets hooked again.
Varsol does come out. Is he going to pick up a kill?
Oh my god, Psyduck finally getting a kill.
A huge shutdown on the Kate.
So if you look at the gold right now, we're seeing a slight gold lead for Darko in top lane. Jungle's 500 gold ahead on the side of Archangel. Mid lane, Basics ahead. Basics playing pretty good right now. Basics up CS, is playing his lane well. I think Basics doing really good showing. But bot lane is 800 gold down.
Which is actually shrinking.
Having another 800 gold.
So the Varus is coming back here. Slightly, but it is happening slowly.
But we might see Rammus get collapsing, and this is a 2v3 right now. If this is really a Rammus turn, they die. We're going to see TP on this.
Ooh, no gold card.
He has no card when he TPs through. We're seeing a late roam over for Basic, but Basic gets a massive ulti off, and he is going to wipe one member off the face of Earth. We're going to see Rammus chase down this TF. TF does not have
gold
flash,
again.
Does not have ulti, and Rammus gets a huge kill. And we're going to see Ornn fall as well. This is absolutely massive. Great roam over from Peppermint Leaf. Once again, Leaf Village coming back. The top side of that map. Dragging Psyduck, kicking and screaming back into this game. We're gonna see Psyduck hooked again here. I told you. You could have seen it coming. This is bronze shit. Why is he staying there when the wave isn't even hitting turret? He cannot farm into Blitzcrank Caitlyn when his support is not there. This is an int. He's losing them the game. He's not playing. He's not trying. He's not playing. He's bad. Replace him. Thoughts, Trakes? Oh my god, and Zin getting a free kill because Basic is in shop while looking.
Is that what happened there?
Also get Yep, Basic was in shop recalling. He gets the W off on Rammus. He's going to go under turret. Rammus does not have heal cut.
Irelia is coming from behind here.
Also unkillable. Oh my god. Darku making a massive play here. We're going to see TF walk up as well. If they can kill the Xin Zhao before the TF is there. Oh, French connection backing out. I wish French had stayed there. French is tanky enough with his W, which he still has up, to tank a couple of hits from the TF without dying. TF does not have damage right now at all.
Doesn't have the damage, and he's not landing those gold cards that he needs to, especially with the ults. Ooh.
We're almost seeing Psyduck get hooked again. Psyduck not knowing how to play into a Blitzcrank, something that a kindergartner learns in League of Legends. And Thusai asking, why is the Varus pushing up? And Thusai, I wish I knew the answer to that.
It will get to the point where the Blitzcrank can just W, run up to you, punch you, and it's over.
So Psyduck in Season 1 of RHS was an AD carry player. He switched to mid lane because he wanted to switch teams. Now he is switching back to his original team and playing his original role, and we're seeing why he switched in the first place right now. We are seeing an absolute Season 1 of RHS Psyduck play right now. This is what everyone was talking about in Season 1. This is why people were suspicious of Psyduck. Little sussy Baka Psyduck. But his team is trying their best to drag him back into this game. And I can near guarantee in comms, we're seeing Xin Zhao walk towards bot as well now. If he stays here, he dies. We're going to see another double kill. Backwood Bill.
Another flash hook.
Knocking up. Zillion doesn't have ulti here. He's going to use it on himself. Psyduck should not walk up here. His support is dead already. He's going to ulti.
Rammus coming in.
Backwood Bill has
followed by
any hook. We're seeing TF come in through too. And we're seeing a TP from Darku. Darku back up here. I do not like that TP. If Ornn is now going to get plates top, which is a lot of gold going over. There's a lot happening in this bot lane. There's a lot of inting happening in this bot lane.
A lot of resources used for only one kill there.
So Archangel with no bans
back to a 4K gold lead once again.
Insanity.
The 3K gold lead, let's take a look at where it's all spread out. The 1,500 down in the bot lane for right now. As well as top lane with 1,000 gold up on Ornn.
Oh, this is just insane. You hate to see this.
You do. After such a long and close game last week from Leaf Village, we're hoping to see something similar this week.
Well, we are seeing something similar. Psyduck is throwing again.
There have been no flashes this time, though.
Yeah, he hasn't flashed at all this game. It's kind of crazy, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. He's gonna think I'm being toxic to him too, but like he's just playing like shit right now. Like this draft has Psyduck written all over it too. Like this is such a Psyduck draft.
I don't believe he runs the draft though.
I think he has a lot of. He's a very opinionated person. That's 2 Drakes going over, by the way. He's a very opinionated person. So and he has that voice where he sounds so intelligent, but like it's like you hear his voice and he sounds so intelligent, and, like smart thinking, and then like you hear his thoughts, and it just takes you a while to realize he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about till you watch him play, and then this happens, where he's gapped by a guy off roll and lets Caitlyn get through.
Reminds me of people who play Nidalee in the jungle, right?
Oh, those are degens, dude. Alright, so Ornn missing his pillar knockup. Irelia does not have a blade yet, so she does not have any damage to kill Ornn right now. Ornn has steel plated caps and plated steel caps, sorry, and a bramble vest. So he is basically unkillable until Irelia gets a blade.
Both top laners starting off with the boots.
I miss Virago. Could we back Virago?
Maybe next week. I don't believe he was released though, so
I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back. Especially if they win this game. I don't think he's coming back. I don't think Psyduck's coming back either.
Do you think that we can see a basic NA Psyduck swap in the near future?
I'd like to see Basic stay at mid. Basic's playing really well this game. Basic, Darku, and French are playing really well. I can't even tell you how Pep's playing because Pep just put in like... Pep just has somebody inting him right now, basically. I mean, I hate the Zillion pick, but yeah, Pep just has somebody inting him right now. I would like to see Pep maybe pick the Morgana here or something instead of banning it because they had the pick right after, but
yeah.
Too little too late at this point. So not a lot of action happening on the map now.
I believe the Blitzcrank was picked first round, no?
No, it was the last pick.
Oh,
it was
the last pick.
The last rotation was TF and Blitz. Which the Blitz was a fantastic pick here. Because apparently the enemy ADC doesn't know how to dodge a fucking skill shot or how to flash. So that's interesting.
Black Shield could have helped. The Sivir E could have helped, or E, right? Yeah.
Not having an ego could have helped here. That's the big one.
Oh, under the tower.
Go in. What is he doing? What an int!
He is... No, never mind.
He's inting. They're sprinting it. They got bored and now they're running it. So Rammus does die here. Varus landing a massive ult into TF. Ornn going in. Rammus gonna fall down, and I don't think anything else is gonna happen. But they're gonna get this mid turret here.
Where was Annie at during this fight?
Play from French Connection. Annie was throwing bot. Annie wasn't expecting, and we're seeing another pick by the Blitz, and that's a kill going over to ArchAngel once again. This is gonna be like a 25-minute game.
Unless Leaf Village can find a way to hold off here.
Right now. They don't really have a win con other than, I guess, Irelia. And basic NA player going for the solo kill on Pac-Man X. You love to see that. Great kill by Basic. Basic, one of the only shining spots on a very dark day. Basic with 5 of their 6 kills, and Irelia still does not have a blade. Let me see if she's sitting on it. So yeah, it looks Irelia's sitting on 1700-ish gold. So that should get her a blade right now. And that'll be a huge uptick in damage. If she can just rage split this game and hope her team can hold them with a 4v4, then this might be playable. We're seeing Varus walk up for no reason here at all. Why did Psyduck walk up there?
Interesting maneuvers.
Why did Psyduck walk up there?
So after looking at this game here, what rank are you expecting Backward Bill
Last. Oh, Backwards Bill? If he's on the starting roster, he looks like he's a sub. We'll have to see where they put their roster at.
What rank solo duo-wise here are you putting him?
Oh, solo duo? I mean, he's playing like he's like a high plat, but I bet he's like gold 3.
Gold 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, no one in ArchAngel is that, like, is high gold even, and we're seeing top lane get completely destroyed here. We're seing a massive ulti from Varus. And it doing no damage to the
gonna go down here.
Really has 0 health. Why is Psyduck peeling back? We're gonna see French pick up the Ornn kill. Is Zin going to get a kill on Annie? That's huge. So, I actually don't like the Tick Inhibitor here. That's going to be a lot of free gold going over to whoever farms that. I do not want it to be Psyduck, though, because he is useless and
Can
bad.
anyone push up to farm, though, with the threat of that Blitzcrank?
Annie can, and Irelia can.
Rammus might be tanky enough and have the speed to get away, but his wave clear is not all that.
Yeah, Psyduck apparently just inting this game. Oh, and Irelia getting stunned. This Caitlyn is so good this game. Muttley is playing out of his mind right now. And I think it was the support who last week for Archangel saying that you're going to see a different Archangel this week. Is French going to get the Drake? No. Stolen by the Caitlyn, who they didn't ban. Archangel absolutely dominating. Absolute domination right now.
Dominant
from
performance
ArchAngel
all around.
Esports. And we're seeing Ornn get an upgrade for himself right now. Already at level 13, so they're only going to get stronger from here. I said 25-minute game. So they're going to pick up Baron here. No one's in position. There's no vision on it. So if you switch off
the lanes
red
here are
vision,
doing
there's no vision on the map for red team. It's insanity. Free Baron going over.
There's just nothing that Leaf Village can do right now.
Wow. Wow. Someone tell Psyduck not to watch his VOD.
I don't think we need to tell him. Bioster saying A. Chada looking pretty good in the jungle, not as good as A. Virago Slayer though.
That's very true.
Do you think Chada will be replacing Virago as the #1 rated jungle?
I would put Chada pretty highly here. Chada already talking shit. Good. I don't know if any members of Leaf Village were talking shit, but yeah, good job to Archangel. Right now they are running down to the base of the 8th ranked team. This is pretty impressive. So Leaf Village is going to stay at their 8th place mark, and it looks like Archangel is going to hop up to, or stay in 6th as well. So this is a week of no change for them. They're just going to be diving Nexus turrets here. They don't care. Basic's going to pick up another kill. Basic trying his best along with French, but it's just not enough. Darku instantly dying. French fighting. French going to die after Zillion ulti falls off. Psyduck 1-6-2 this game, and Pep 1-6-5. Who do you want to interview here, Trakes, from the losing team?
The choice is yours.
Okay, we only have Basic. I'm gonna pull Basic in because he's the only one here.
1 second.
Oh, take your time. I'm gonna move Basic in. We got Basic and Chada, so I guess we'll do Basic and Chada because they're the only ones there. We'll do Basic first and Chada. Holy shit! I predict this, by the way. I literally called this 23 minutes, so I was late in that. But I said Archangel wins from the jump, dude, without any bans. So that's pretty huge. So I'm gonna move Basic in. Are you ready?
1 second, por favor.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. I'll move Basic. I'm gonna look at the after damage graphs here. Yeah, Caitlyn doing the most damage by a wide margin. Pretty fucking crazy, dude. I have so many questions for. I feel bad for Chada because I'm gonna spend like 20 minutes talking to Basic here. This is what happened? What is Psyduck doing? Oh no, they didn't ban that guy's one trick, dude. Someone didn't look at the op.gg or they have ego. I can't tell which yet. Psyduck throwing the game 2 weeks in a row for Leaf Village, though. I think we can all agree on that at least. Pep didn't do too much better either, so I think Pep and Psyduck, we're going to see some steep droppings this week. If Crab has anything to say about that.
All right,
but we'll see.
Ready to
pull in young Basic? Let's get Basic up in here. Hi, basic NA player. How are you?
I am fantastic, man.
Okay, so let's start off with the question that I think's on everyone's mind right now.
Do
Why didn't
tell.
you ban Caitlyn?
Um, it was one of the first three picks that we were gonna ban, but I think we got a little too late with the banning phase, so he kind of panic picked the Graves or panic
Okay.
banned the Graves. But
Okay.
Caitlyn was up for debate for the third ban, but it just didn't happen for some reason because it was
Okay.
boy. Yeah, I don't know.
Now I have a question. Krem said racism pog, by the way, in the general chat. Jesus Christ. Okay, what did you think of your bot lane's performance? Do you think there's gonna be any personnel change next week?
I don't know. There might be some revamp to the team where we just need to practice more because draft was terrible. Pre-practice was terrible. I don't know. We're just not very synergetic as a team right now. So if we want to make changes to the team, that's up to Pepper, I guess. Or if
Here's the
players
thing.
leave, I don't know.
Here's the thing about synergy. I don't think it's a synergy problem. I think that there's a much deeper mechanic problem when a player holds on to flash and can't dodge blitzcrank hooks. Did you see anything happening in AD carry, or you just focus on your lane?
Well, I saw the ally has been slain, but that's about it.
Okay, so I saw them, and he didn't know how to dodge a blitzcrank hook. So that was the big issue that we're having.
I mean, so the problem, not a problem, but I think the Zillion pick wasn't that great here. We were really wanting Braum, but Pepper doesn't really know how to play Braum. But I think Braum would have been fantastic. So maybe like champion changes will be made for the next week as far as.
Did you know that Shaco Box can stop blitzcrank hook?
No,
Did you know that?
I'm sure he would have loved to, but I think Psyduck might have been tilted if he played Shaco support. So.
You know how to play Shaco?
Huh?
Imagine letting the worst player on your team dictate what the best player on your team wants to play. That is fucking crazy. Are you serious?
He did. It was.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think Shaco was just a joke of a support to play especially against the
It's
Caitlyn.
not fucking bad. It's not fucking bad at all.
We had to pick him because they picked their
He
support.
can go into a fucking bush if Shaco's playing in that lane, by the way. He can't. He cannot check a bush. He will get completely chunked out. He has to actually. He doesn't have to respect the Zillion at all. Crazy.
know.
Sorry. I don't know why I'm so angry right now. Sorry, go on.
Good. Draft was just a mess, bro.
Super
Nah.
troll. You guys into draft so fucking hard.
Basic, how do you think of your performance this game?
I could have been more aggressive. I was debating whether to take TPR Ignite for the roaming plays because of Twisted Fate, but they said that they wanted to gank mid-level 3, so to take Ignite, so we did get the kill on the Twisted Fate early, but I guess I kind of slacked on being a little bit more aggressive, but I was kind of worried about the Zinzo coming into my
French
lane.
made fantastic topside. I think French made one mistake where he got 3-man collapsed on, but I think that the top side of the map played really well, but there's not much you can do when your ball lane just fucking running in.
There was potential if I could one-shot the Caitlyn, which I was almost able to. I could one-shot Twisted Fate, but that's
Why
about
didn't you
it.
play Yasuo here, by the way? I feel like Yasuo plays pretty well in the TF.
They said they
What's the
needed.
luck on
It is a good pick, but and it's good against Orin Ultimates as well. But they wanted to play AP, so I suggested
It's
either.
good in the orange. Oh my god. Why are you guys so cringe and trolling draft? Sorry, I'm gonna lose my mind.
But they played pretty well. I think that Twisted Fate could have played a little bit better in lane, but his roaming was pretty solid.
Okay, well, Joe, you got any more questions for him, Trakes?
All is good here.
All right, Basic, any parting thoughts before I actually have a heart attack?
And GG to Archangels. That was a rough game, but we'll come back
It was
better.
really rough. Okay, I hope to see so. All right, we're gonna get Chada in here next. Let's pull in young Chada. I don't know what he is. Is he team captain? I don't know.
I
Let's
don't
pull him.
believe so.
Hi, Chada.
Hey, hello, how's it going?
Okay, interesting. It's good. How are you, bud?
Well, I'm doing well. It was obviously a good win for us, so I was pretty excited to, have
There's
it.
no way this is how he talks. I don't believe it. This is a
No, I
joke.
swear to God. No, I'm German,
Oh no shit.
Actually, yeah.
Okay, so I think the question on everybody's mind, where is Virago Slayer this week?
You know, we've been experimenting a lot of different things this week, and we kind of just felt with the identity that we wanted for the team that Virago would sit out, but it wasn't really a performance decision. It was more champ pool based, I would say.
Okay, so will we see him come back ever?
Definitely. I mean, honestly, Virago's been improving a ton. He's been doing very well. I think that Brunswick has been working with him one-on-one, and they've been doing a lot together. So, he should be coming in the next week or two. It's more just based on what our draft's going to be.
You guys had a sub support this week. What are your thoughts on his gameplay today?
Bill had been playing a lot this week, and I think there's a good chance that he ends up becoming our full-time support. So, I think he did really well, and I think the whole team did well. I thought it was pretty nice to stomp Leaf Village, just considering we had a lot of people talking shit last week.
Yeah, please. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Please answer the shit talk that you guys got last week, because you obviously didn't have your mid laner, who was one of your better players, and everyone just kind of dogpiled on. I was always a believer, but what do you have to say to them?
I mean, honestly, I think it's fucking hilarious that we have a bunch of hard stuck gold players talking shit in chat, acting like they know how to play the game. Honestly, we're gonna win every game for the rest of the season. It really doesn't matter. We've only been getting better. We had a lot of personal shit to work through the first week, but honestly, this past week we had great practice. Everything's going well. It's just gonna be too easy. Just wait and see. I can see Twitch chat right now, Biosta, acting like he knows how to play this fucking game. I guarantee he's garbage, and we're gonna stomp him.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but Biosta guy's trash. It's interesting though. So how long has ArchAngel been playing together? Because we got the support in last week. Oh, by the way, is the support in last week ever going to come back? I think Spez had a prediction that he was never going to come back. Is he going to come back?
Yeah, so he's actually going to be moving to the top lane. We were going to play him this week, but we felt that he wasn't quite ready because we kind of threw him in the top lane. Like, we felt like he has a lot to add to the game in terms of knowledge and skill with different characters. We just felt that this week we needed a hard tank because we wanted a more carry oriented jungler. So I'm trying to think of the words. Like, we wanted a carry style jungler, and he plays carry tops, and we didn't want to, carry jungler, carry top. So we had Toad play a tank, which was On, obviously, and then myself playing Xin Zhao, and it just happened to work out that way. But the support from last week will be here probably next week, playing in the top lane.
Okay, that's interesting. So Spez's prediction wrong. That guy, that little shit mouth. God, we hate that guy here. Anyways, it's interesting. So, how long has ArchAngel been playing together? I didn't get to answer that question. I got sidetracked a little bit. How long have you guys been together? Like, what's the story here? Because I'm actually curious.
Yeah, so our team manager, and I guess you can call him the owner of ArchAngel, quote unquote, is Brunswick, and he kind of recruited all of us. He recruited everyone within like the past month and a half to 2 months, I would say. So like we've only been playing together for a short amount of time. So I think the amount of improvement we've been making as of recent is really starting to come to fruition because his coaching has been really solid, and he's been giving us a lot of like advice and input. And honestly, it's been kind of hard because we've been in sort of like a developmental stage, trying to figure out what's going to work best for everyone, because we have a lot of really good players. It's just sort of like being able to plug them into the best spot possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think that what the staff noticed immediately when they saw your team was that's what they ranked you guys 1 right off the bat, because there's a lot of individual good players. So it's good to see you guys coming together, and I'm glad to see you guys improving into week 2. But yeah, so it seems like you and your team have a lot in common. Like, I'm sure that you and Virago have very similar ideals. Who is your favorite person to play with on your team?
When you say we have similar ideals, I'm curious what that means.
Like you both like playing a more carry-oriented style jungle, because we see Virago carry a lot in the game. We see him play a lot of farming jungles, although you play a little more gank style, it looks like, but you have a lot of Graves in your history. Oh, speaking of which, what do you think of the Graves ban?
I mean, to be honest, I really like playing Graves. You know, our coach Brunswick. I mean, I don't think he's top 100 in A right now, but he's been giving me a lot of input because he's a really good Graves player. And basically, you know, I've been trying it out, and realistically, that's going to be more of a pocket pick. I don't really understand the ban because, to be honest, Graves is not really a viable jungler right now, in my opinion. At least in team play, you can kind of, you know, pub stomp in like a solo queue, but
Yeah, I was looking at your OP, and the first thing I thought was ban Xin, because if you look at your recent history, at least, you see a lot of really hard carry Xin games, as opposed to I don't see any Graves in your recent history, really. So that's an interesting ban. Okay, well, Trakes, any questions for him?
I believe we are all set.
All right, Shada. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Any parting thoughts for the haters?
I mean, honestly, all the haters can fuck themselves. It doesn't really matter. You know, we're gonna win. We're the best team. We were given first place for a reason. I know everyone wants to meme Virago, but at the end of the day, he's gonna be the one with a name on a trophy, whereas the rest of them are gonna be crying. So it doesn't really matter. You guys can say what you want. This shit's too easy. Thanks,
I
guys.
agree.
Have a good
No
one.
problem. I agree with that guy.
Shot it with a bold prediction.
I
we
agree
see
entirely.
Archangel Esports taking the Season 2 trophy?
I think so. I think after this game, it's pretty in the bag for them.
We'll see next week. Who are they taking on next week? If you
Oh
have
my
the
god,
schedule?
I could have asked him a question. Toby Guy 34 in the chat asked, what are his thoughts on the people of Israel? We should have asked him that. God damn it.
Next
Okay,
week.
Well,
Next
next
week.
week we got him. Next week we'll ask him that.
What an interview. Would you like to also do the Raunchy Raiders versus Team Solo Top game?
Holy fuck. I need to go play fucking Clash, dude.
Alright, then that
Can we
is...
do it later? Let's just do it later
Tonight
tonight.
we can,
It's a
yes.
Stomp anyways. Who gives a shit? Alright, take us out, Trakes.
Alright. That was our final live game, I believe, this week, right?
You know what? Hold on. Can I say this fast? That guy was very interesting to listen to, though. Like, I was kind of
I
enamored.
liked him. I liked
Like,
him.
he was a shit mouth, and, like, I like that. But, like, he was a very, like, he's well-spoken, and it was actually really entertaining to listen to him. I wish he would talk
I
more.
want him on the casting team.
I kind of do, too, is the weird thing. Like, I wanted to just, like, come in here and just, like, have... Because the guy last week was so fucking boring from ArchAngel. Like, you heard that a lot. And this guy was like, he said like some of the same things, but it was, I don't know, there's just some flavor in there. I don't even think it's the accent. He's worded it better. Okay,
He's an
sorry.
amazing
that was another
person.
rant. I actually really enjoyed listening to that interview.
Alright. So, that was our last live game of Week 2, Season 2. Our next game will be Raunchy Raiders taking on Team Solo Top, probably later tonight with a rebroadcast. So be sure to hit follow to get notifications on that one. After that, we'll be back next week on Thursday with Week 3. Well,
Are we out?
have a good night, everyone.